Hello, everyone!
Hello! I have an intro this time!
Unless Fat Man cuts it out.
Yeah, he'll probably... No, what he'll do is he'll save this to the very end of the video.
Yes. I am really sorry about doing that last time.
I'm going to apologize in advance if I seem a little more sluggish or out of sync or whatever. I'm both feeling anxiety and extreme lethargy at the moment. So, if anyone's wondering, I'm not all that well.
I'd like to apologize for me sounding sluggish and full of soup, because I have no such excuse, I just have food. And can't be asked to wait, because I'm hungry.
And this is the first time I've been up before 11 a.m. in almost a year. And that's not a 2017 joke. That's including most of 2016.
Wow.
So we're all kind of out of it today.
Perfect time to watch this episode.
I wonder if they'll show how this is how we met Nora. That'd be cool to see.
That would be.
3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so for the people at home who weren't listening, general opinion between us was that the last episode was good. I had a few minor gripes. One that I didn't mention when we were talking about it was that Yang picked up on her dad's advice way too quickly, and her dad's words about, like, the flaws that Raven had was far too vague.
You both act like the easiest way to tackle an obstacle is through it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, she has many flaws, but, like, the one is like, oh, you have to be brute force through shit, even though she uses a katana, which is a finesse weapon. Anyway,
I think her main flaw is that she's just a terrible parent.
Yeah.
Like,
I enjoyed the Yang and Tai Yang part. It was.
I was so hoping that when he grabbed her in like one of those locks, he was gonna take her arm off, like literally disarm her. Because I think that'd be like a great lesson and also a great moment for puns.
Hang on, there it is.
Blakeface.
Blakeface.
Yeah.
Blakeface. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Why summoning that thing? Complete anticlimax, personally. Like,
I thought it was gonna. We got all hyped up because we thought it was gonna be the Nevermore, but it wasn't.
All right.
It was just the armor dude. We're like, okay, let's listen.
Fuck.
Yes. The king of the compost returns.
That is so close to a USA flag on his backpack.
What? So did he just decide to go? Where was this competition?
Alright, this is Ozpin. Can you please tell me what the hell is up with those weird crosses on your gloves? Like, what purpose do they serve, honestly?
Leaving home is crazy. Going to the city is crazy. Everything you've told me is completely crazy.
Having a voice inside my head is crazy.
I know you're crazy!
Why is his torso just so straight? Alright, now it's moving. That bugs me. Whenever someone does like a walking animation and they're like their body is just so stiff.
Huh, I'm not too far from home. I could probably run back and get an umbrella.
Yeah.
Husband's like, no, you'll never go back home.
It's like Star Wars, your family's already dead.
Yes, they've already been killed by Tusken Raiders. Now I'm Luke?
Be on your guard. What do you mean?
Oh.
Oh hey, it's Bear Guy.
Oh.
What a nice guy.
Actually, I'm kind of hoping that's the case. Okay. Alright.
He was a villain, he's the most evil train instructor in the world.
Don't let such a small obstacle block your path.
Alright. First likable villain of Volume 3.
4.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Someone from my past.
Someone from your past?
Someone who should not be taken lightly.
Well, I mean, he looks pretty heavy, so, I mean, taking him lightly would be kind of difficult for me.
Kuro, lesbian.
I don't care. I'm mentally replacing that with Kuroyuri. I mean, it looks like I got hit by a Kuriyuma Arashi.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet they're gonna find Scorpion guy, and he's gonna be in the hospital, and then they're gonna have to kill him?
Yeah, look, that was Ren's symbol on that bottle.
Yeah. I have a feeling that this was his hometown. If we're seeing young Ren and he didn't want to go here.
Weren't they... Are they gonna show another big, like, hoof print
Maybe.
the last episode.
Rooster Teeth is many things. Subtle is not one of them.
Really? Are we? We're not gonna have a framing
really.
device?
Oh, flashback.
Okay.
Now we're into this scene.
Push him in.
I found the flower on the water.
Oh dear.
Why does he sound British?
Can we take it home and plant it in the garden?
Oh my god, he is British. Why is Ren British?
Because
How did he go from British to monotone?
I bet the journey's been very tiring.
Okay, to be fair, like this is the first time we're seeing like children, like actual little children,
is.
and I kind of like how cute they are. That's cute.
Yeah.
Wants a water dog.
They're much better than the chibi characters.
Yeah.
Much cuter.
So wait, that's his mother, I take it, yes?
Probably not.
One would assume. Either that or she's the crazy lady.
Yes. She's the crazy lady that Ren robs every day.
She did just smack him on the ass.
Suck it, please.
Oh, how cute. Nobody takes him seriously. Because he's a child.
That's weird seeing 2D art in a 3D environment. Like, did you notice that? The food, I think
Yeah.
that was 2D.
Yeah, I've...
Oh!
I didn't see.
She bit me.
Yeah, that will be Nora.
That's not Nora! Nora, get up! Kick their asses!
She starts wielding the bread like a sledgehammer. We're bullies.
Okay, that angle is weird.
Father?
That was a bit weird.
Whoa!
When did Hanzo get in this anime?
Do you wish to run with the rest of them?
Yeah.
Why would he
like,
be...
why would I run?
Why would he be asking if he wanted to run?
Sometimes the worst action to take is taking no action at all.
That's such a weird question. Do you want to run with the rest of them?
Back to this scene.
We should get back to Crow.
Oh, we just left him. Oh, we just dumped him in the middle of somewhere.
Nothing bad ever happened to anyone under a tree.
Ren and Nora are still out there.
So my sword is obviously going to help them.
Ren and Nora are still Ara. They could attack us at any moment.
This is all my fault.
Yes, it
I
is.
should have never dragged you guys into this.
To be fair, they...
You didn't drag us in. We wanted to come.
Did they ever explain how that meeting happened? Like,
no,
at the end of season 3, they just kind of showed up and like, yeah, we're coming along too. Like, we never saw that conversation where, hey, do you guys want to come with us?
Yeah, they
I don't know.
yeah, that was kind of weird. The conversation that had...
I mean, they're cool friends, and I guess they want to avenge Pyrrha.
Yeah, but they did kind of... Like, did they stop by Patch and, like, arrange it?
I don't know. Maybe they called each other on their cell phones that shouldn't work.
Yes.
Alright.
It's uncomfortable without any, like, backing music. It's weird.
Yeah, okay, that was his mom. Good.
Oh.
So his name is Lie. His
Yeah,
first
it's Lie
name
Ren.
Yes, it is!
Like his
Lie Ren.
first name is actually Lie. Like
Have you not been listening
Yeah.
to my review?
no, but like
It's Lie Ren.
but this is the first time we've gotten confirmation it is like the reverse order.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
We can go to the
It's a big section in my review about exactly this.
No,
Can I just say
know.
that he is literally Hanzo, wielding the bow and everything.
So it should be Team Juniper.
Yes.
This is why people play
Overwatch
Genji.
for the win.
Everything's okay.
Oh!
Well then,
Fucking got her!
I blinked, I missed that. What happened?
The roof collapsed in.
Okay, the roof collapsed in, alright.
Basically, she died Attack on Titan style.
Yeah, Attack on Titan style, she just got squished.
Where's Mother?
What about Aura?
I guess she wasn't a huntress, you know, didn't have strong aura.
What's going on? Where's Mother?
Why am I British?
I don't understand that. Why is she
Neither of
British?
you are British. Oh shit.
Why am I
you
British
have
in a very Japanese Chinese town?
Little Lie, you must become Asian. It was my dying wish for you.
For the love of God, son, grow up to be monotone. I can't stand that accent. Oh,
What?
that looks cool.
That does look cool.
Is that like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse?
Do you understand?
Oh, please, please, I can't.
Show it again.
Why can't he move?
Stab him. Oh shit! The angle of that was weird, so it looked like he did stab him.
Why can't he move? Is it...
Take action, son.
I'm keeping the bow, but sure, take my knife.
Your mother and I
Why aren't they?
Oh, well, loved. Past tense.
I mean,
for
there's
her.
still plenty of time to run.
That Grim thing looks cool, even though we've only ever seen its shadow.
Yeah. At what point did, like, the second arrow happen? It's like, okay, this isn't working. I'm gonna keep firing more.
Yeah. It's funny how they, like, know about Nevermores, but they still think walls help.
Yeah.
The walls didn't do much either. There was a giant circle in the middle of it.
Yeah, really.
Also, what's with this weird black aura around everything?
It's because the season has really got a lot of glow to it, and, like, even the darkness glows. I know it sounds edgy, but still. It's really blurry. What is Ren's semblance? Did they ever tell?
I
think we're finding out.
Oh.
It's to desaturate.
He just lost... No, at that moment, he lost all emotion, and that's how he became monotone.
We have to be brave.
See, he's monotone now. That's exactly it.
Wow, it actually...
His semblance is monotone. That's awesome. Also, I like young Nora. She's awesome.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Aww.
Wow, okay, so you can encompass other people in it. Interesting.
And she can spread the monotone.
Oh god, he's Cypher Rage!
Can't find me.
Oh god!
Doesn't even know where to look.
Fuck!
And it dawned on me. Fear
God
is
damn
not
it!
real.
Well, actually,
I'll give
that's a
him credit,
really
this is a
useful
better
ability,
version.
because it
Yes, it
that's,
is.
yeah, they're not showing fear. That's cool.
What's the fuck is dragging? Is that a tail?
That's its massive claw.
Because it's not in the same angle that a tail would be hanging from.
No, it's
No, it's the thing
like, from
riding
the
the thing
side.
that's walking that way.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
That's too grim.
Is this how Nora got a hammer?
I think so.
Really? That's actually pretty cute. She has like a little wooden mallet as her first hammer.
I mean, like any good RPG character, you start out with a wooden weapon.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll keep each other safe.
No, seriously, how the fuck did he actually go from British to Asian?
That's his semblance.
It's a semblance.
It's that whole Asian people don't have a soul thing.
Japanese people don't have souls.
From South Park.
One's ginger, one's Asian, they both have no souls, they match.
Yeah.
We never get the easy path, do we?
No!
You chose it.
No fun anyway. I've got you here, don't I?
Fuck!
Ah, adorable.
Death flags! Death
Oh, yeah.
flags
Either
everywhere!
Ren or Nora is going to die.
Oh god damn it!
Either Ren or Nora or Crow. Surely one.
Oh.
Maybe it's a good thing that the show is kind of suspenseful like that. Like, we just have a feeling that one of them's going to die.
It's weeks away from here.
How long have they been traveling? I don't even think it matters at this point.
Wait!
Oh god, that walk cycle.
That not run, but kind of jog cycle. Alright, so...
It's like, it's a power walk.
Right, alright, I've missed something. What's happening?
They found the symbol of
They
the
found
of
the spawn
village.
site.
There was a gust of wind coming from inside the cave.
That actually happened.
Okay, maybe... Yeah, that can happen. That
Okay,
can happen.
alright.
Like,
yeah, alright.
this was obviously a battleground. Is this a village that they were trying to get
No.
to? Or...
I think this is a horde. You see?
A
A
horde.
horde. Like a dragon's horde. But I think it's that weird horse riding grim.
Yep, it's the horsey. On
It's
the
been
latest
going-
episode of My Little Pony.
What?
Doesn't matter. Ren Nora
Is that a
confirmed.
Pokemon? That sounded like a Pokemon cry at the end.
Didn't say its own name.
Okay.
Tiny Nora.
That was cool. Tiny Nora. I won Art of Tiny Nora. That is adorable.
Yeah.
Tiny British Ren. He was a British ninja before it was cool.
Yes.
My questions in this is why is there no framing device? It just feels like they just kind of threw the memory sequence at us with like really no reason.
Why on earth did we need Ruby and Jean and Crow to have those scenes?
We really didn't.
Like
Maybe to establish that Crow is still in fact dying, and that they are in a shit situation leading up to this.
what this episode should have done, it should have just been completely on Ren and Nora climbing up this mountain and finding the cave. Because finding the cave at the end felt tacked on, because we hadn't spent any time with them during this episode. We just spent their younger versions through Flashback.
Yeah.
For some reason, we still need to cram in that Ruby and Jean still exist, even though we could have had a separate episode where they go on their own little adventure and have a one-to-one moment. Actually talk about the scene when Ren, Jean, and Nora actually decide to go on the adventure with Ruby and go more in depth about that. This episode was cool, but it would have been so much cooler if they had split it up a little bit. If they had actually taken the setup from the last episode where they both went their separate ways and actually made them separate stories. That would have been really cool.
I don't know. At the same time, I feel like this is setting up the conclusionary fight, which I have a few problems here. One, I like your idea of it being mostly Ren and Nora focusing up the mountain with the flashbacks of why they didn't want to go to the town. But then, them finding the cave, then figuring out that the thing is heading towards Kuroyuri. Heading towards that. Then you cut away to Ruby, John, and Crow, who have just arrived in Kuroyuri, the town.
The town.
And basically have them be like, oh, we can't find any medicine in this place. And then you hear the sound at the end of the episode.
So are we...
Like basically kind of say, yeah, nothing really interesting happened with these two. We're not going to really show it. But over with these two, yeah, they're having flashbacks and shit. They're talking about how they got on this journey with Ruby and crap. And
okay, the talks about the journey's cool. The flashbacks aren't about them. Like, they've got no idea that the flashback's even happening because, it's not even have anything to do with them.
Yeah, that is a little weird that it's not even the characters that are being triggered to remember the events that are occurring in the flashbacks.
Also, if Ren knew that this village was completely abandoned, completely dead, and, there is no real chance of life being there because he experienced its destruction, why didn't he tell them that?
He did. I literally just watched
Okay.
the last episode. Basically, he said there's
my
nothing
bad.
there,
Yeah.
and Ruby's like, there might be supplies left over.
Maybe we could scavenge for medicine.
You're not going to find anything. We just have to press on.
Yeah, she was basically wanting to go and scavenge the hospital to see if there was
It's a stab in
anything.
the dark.
To which Ren should have said, no, I checked when I was 7. Not going into that now. Maybe you can have a flashback about it later.
But the thing is, they split up for they split up for a bad reason. So the plan was to go to Kuroyuri to go get supplies, and then for Ren and Nora to go up the hill and go to Mistral.
Yeah.
But then, if they do go to Mistral and bring help back, wouldn't they want to be closer than farther away? It seems like they're going completely counterintuitively.
Also, not all of us will make it up the mountain. That was in the last episode, and I'm just like, it has a path.
I mean, yeah, the wind's strong, but still.
It has a fucking roadside. You're not scaling this fucker. You're going up a road.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if Crow could barely make it to the town and still be slumped up at a tree and barely be alive, then I don't know if he would have made it up an incline. I don't know.
Yeah, especially if they had to carry him, 2 people in a stretcher.
Now, what I'm scratching my brain about is how Ren and Nora, after this situation, where did they go? How did they grow up? Where did they grow up? And then how did they get all the way from here to Beacon?
How did they afford Beacon?
Does the combat schools charge tuition?
I mean, I would assume so.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like huntsmen are very important to the livelihood of the entire world. I think.
You'd think that when they catalog someone as Ren as having this semblance that could literally make you invisible to the Grim, because it repels all emotion.
Yeah.
They would have let him in for free, perhaps, because he has such a useful ability.
Well, no, I mean, I think they would just let I don't know. I mean,
I'm interested in this villain character. I actually like him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be relevant for the rest of this goddamn volume, but
isn't he the one who's going to talk to the leader of the White Fang?
I'm sending you to the leader of the White Fang.
Maybe.
Where the
okay.
But on the flip side,
I mean, they did confirm that this kid is in Mistral, and he's on his way now to the combat school, which would just be such an insult to injury
if he made it there first.
If he took a train directly there and beat them to it.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Like, why did we wander around the woods? Why didn't we just go to the train?
On top of that, what is it? So we've been introduced with a new long-term villain that's not going to play any role in this volume. And we've been introduced to a new short-term antagonist in the form of that weird horse-riding
I'm just gonna
grim,
call it
which is a cool fucking concept.
The Horseman of the
He's
Apocalypse.
Tyrek.
It is Tyrek. In fact, it will probably be some kind of centaur grim, I bet.
He had two distinct heads.
Perhaps it's a bit out of nowhere. Like this villain coming in, like it's been established this episode, like 2 before the finale. I believe episode 12 is normally the finale.
Yes.
Oh god, that run.
In regards to Ren's name,
Lie Ren.
I had the jury out on exactly how they were doing it. So I this is my first real major confirmation that his first name is in fact Lie.
But Lie, and yes, his first name is Lie.
And unfortunately, they do say his name in I think it's the second episode. Well, it's the episode where they're all put into teams, and they go through the names. Nora Valkyrie, Lie Ren.
Why is it Juniper?
Yeah.
But why is his name backwards in the school database?
Because he goes through the Asian tradition of sort of having your first name be your last name, you know, and they read it backwards.
No! His first name is Lie!
Beacon put his name in the system backwards.
You'd think a big facility that handles a large number of incoming students every year would have a standardized method of keeping track of who's who.
No, like it's a Japanese thing. No, his name is Lie Ren, but it's a common...
But if it was an Asian school, everybody's name would be backwards.
Okay, no, that's not the defeating to the point. What defeats that argument is that Nora's name is the same.
Nora Valkyrie.
Or Nora's name is not the same, sorry. Nora Valkyrie is her name, and that's how it's said. She's the N. Lie Ren is backwards, and they both came from the same place, so that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Lie Ren's name is weird.
I know, and Skylark's name is backwards, too.
They did the same thing with Skylark.
Skylark.
And Yang Xiaolong's name isn't backwards, and she's definitely from an,
Asian-esque name.
Yeah.
So, should we chop that up to Rooster Teeth Forgot?
No, this is just plain old Rooster Teeth is stupid.
Yeah. This is them, like... I mean, I said it in my video, you know.
Why didn't they just give Lie Ren and Skylark names that fit the pattern?
Rylen.
That sounds a bit too Asian. Isn't rye a type of field or cotton?
It's like a replacement for wheat. Maybe it is wheat? Fuck if I know. I'm sick.
Listen to me, son.
It's his dad, I suppose.
That is his dad. We're pretty confirmed.
His dad just kind of stands there shooting the thing like an NPC in the Call of Duty game.
And he's the only one.
Why doesn't his weapon
He's
transform?
the only... I guess he's the guardian of the town. That I guess, maybe. But, like... Why does he just stand still? Like, if he's shaken by fear, fine. If he's got an injury that is really... like, sort of meant he can't move but can still stand and fire, fine.
It looks like a head injury more than anything, because he's, like, bleeding.
I can explain it.
So maybe he got knocked unconscious and the stupid took over.
Yes.
He's got such a bad concussion that he thinks firing tiny wooden metal arrows at this hulking... I think it's a skeleton, like, because from the shadow it looked kind of skeletal.
Wait a fucking minute! Who unlocked Ren's aura?
I think it was like his flower.
What?
I don't know if you actually need someone to unlock your aura. I think Jean was just a pathetic loser.
Yeah, in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you have these things called stands, and stands are an extension of your soul. Some people can get their stands naturally, but other people can develop a stand through an arrow, and like when you get hit by the arrow, it brings out your stand if you could do one but haven't quite managed to do it yet. So I think it's that kind of same thing, and Ren has just been put into a serious pressure situation where his ability has just come out on its own tuition, I suppose. I don't know, like, I guess Weiss didn't need to unlock her aura, she just needed to, like, train a shit ton before she could do it. And then sheer rage took over at that point.
She needed to be berated by her sister.
Yes, and her brother.
Think to your fallen foes. I have exactly one. I will think to it.
I mean, does the robot count? Really?
Well, I guess that would be a new fallen foe to think to.
Now, as far as death flags go, there is a rule in RWBY. All of the gingers must die. It happened with Roman, happened with Penny, it happened with Pyrrha. It's going to happen with Nora. So I made a call earlier in the season that Ro was going to die. Crow was going to die, sorry.
Yeah.
And I feel that'll still happen. But because I'm such a wizard at predicting Rooster Teeth's bullshittery, I think they're going to kill off Nora. I don't know. I have a hunch. Just a little hunch. I could be completely wrong, but oh boy, if I'm right, you're going to hear about it.
If they do that, they're going to be shooting themselves in the foot.
They're Rooster Teeth.
You cannot get rid of such a great character.
If they kill Crow and Nora, then it's going to be like, okay, who's left to care about? Nobody.
RWBY, kinda.
The boy.
Oh, come on.
I care about RWBY.
To be fair,
not as much as...
I cared about RWBY in Volume 3.
I would like to see Jean go bananas. I'd like him to slip off the deep end and go just get completely crushed by losing his teammates.
That would be...
I'd like to see that.
I would love to see John go evil.
Because that'd be interesting. I would like to see John go evil.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Well...
It's kind of like a corollary to him, like, actually going evil. Not so much evil, but just, like, unlock his semblance and then, like, go, like, you know, literally Super Saiyan instead of, like, Yang version of Super Saiyan.
Now, what I think should happen is, not evil. I think that's... Thinking about that is kind of stupid. I don't want him to be edgy, either. I want him to unlock his semblance, like you're saying, and be more like Raven, in the sense that...
He's cutthroat.
He just does not... Yeah, he's cutthroat now. He does not care... Because everything he's cared about has died. Well, not everything, but, you know, for the most part, things he's cared about has died.
Yeah, he still has 7 sisters that we know about.
He doesn't care about them.
Don't worry, we'll go through we'll go through each and every one of them, slowly but surely.
Yes.
And they'll all die. Especially if they're all ginger.
they line up at a cliff edge like lemmings.
He's got seven redheaded sisters and he's blonde, and that's why they never liked him. And now they're all dead.
So wait, but does that make him the redheaded stepchild?
It make him the blonde-headed stepchild. I can imagine that Jean would put the pieces together in his head really quickly about why all the gingers died, and then he sees his family phone and he's like, crap, I gotta run home. And he runs home and all the gingers are dead.
They've lined up at a cliff edge like lemmings. It's like,
no, I was too late.
Speaking of everything he cares about dying, what do you think about the hug at the end of the last episode?
Oh yeah, that was fucking weird.
That was a bro hug. No, I could chop that into a bro hug.
I don't know. It didn't seem as bro huggish because nobody hugged Nora or RWBY.
Yeah, it's like
it didn't seem
that. That was a I'm not going to. I might never see you again. That was that kind of hug.
Yeah,
it's sort of like stay safe, but if I don't, I know.
Yeah. It's like if one of us is gonna die, it's gonna be one of us. So this is probably goodbye.
Please, if anything happens, please let it be Jean that dies.
They're not gonna kill off Jean because he's too underdeveloped. Yeah, I don't think they'll kill off Jean. I think that they've built him up too much. Jean is practically...
Ren put a sticky note on his back that said, kill me.
Oh dear. Well, do you think that Ren is going... When he sees this... Let's predict that this skeleton monster comes in and attacks everyone. Is Ren going to get so angry and try to avenge his dad that he is the one who dies? I still think it'll be a winner takes it all between Ren, Crow, or Nora as to who bites the dust.
I don't know. I'm still pulling that they might pull some bullshit.
You're hoping they pull some bullshit. That's different.
I'm hoping. Am I hoping they pull some... Sorry, did I say... like I said, I'm going looping.
You said you're hoping they pull some bullshit.
I'm thinking. I meant to say I'm thinking they could still pull some bullshit where they all come out.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean hoping.
That would be worse for me. I don't know. Because it's like... If it was Crow that died, that would be fine, because, you know, his death was established, and it makes sense based on the situation.
That would piss me off. That would piss me off if Crow lives and someone else dies. Like, they spent this entire arc, or half of this arc, hunkering around Crow's dying body, only to reveal that he's not the one who actually dies.
Well, he does bring everybody bad luck.
That is true. Especially the people carrying him.
Yeah. If it was Jean that died, I would be happy, just because I don't like Jean.
I like Jean. I'd prefer Jean to stay alive.
Yeah, but I like Jean the least out of everybody around.
John, I just find, like from a character, I can't blame him. Like, him as a character is alright, but the way the writers use him is terrible.
Yeah.
It's been better this season because he's been with the main character. but he's still, I think, gotten the bulk of focus over RWBY. In fact, he's now the one kind of calling the shots when RWBY's like, I don't know if I can do this. Meanwhile, back in Volume 1, she's the one giving him the tough talk.
Yeah, like...
It's like, what the fuck happened?
No, here's the thing.
RWBY lost nothing. John's the one that should be questioning himself.
Yeah. Outside of Jean, I don't think RWBY has much chemistry with this team.
I actually like that.
As a friend-wise.
I mean, I like that if it wasn't for her really, really weird delivery of the...
Me?
I like the idea that, like, that RWBY is, like, had it up to here with them, and... Or just, you know, not them specifically, but, like, the situation that they're currently in. And that she just wants to have it over with. So she, like, really wouldn't be all, you know, friendly. She would be more of like, yeah, let's get this done. Let's go to fucking Haven, or not Haven. Yeah, Haven. Yeah, Haven. And warn these guys that the bad guys are coming so that we can, you know, fuck their shit up. And it's like she's fallen out of her ways. Like, she's tried going the whole friendship is magic route, but that didn't work out because all of her friends broke up and went their own separate ways, and she's like, no. Okay, we tried it Ozpin's way, and now he's dead, so we're gonna do it my way, motherfuckers.
You know, moving back onto that, there was something that kind of annoyed me, and how it's jumped from, Crow going, come on, you have to go do this, and the farmer boy, who I already forgot his name, going, no, I'm not going to do that, you're just a voice in my head. And then this episode, it's just, okay, I've accepted it now, I'm going to follow you. Like, it almost seems like, you know, that there's a common joke in movies of like, no, you're going to do it, no, going to do it, no, going to do it, no, and then it cuts immediately to them doing it, and this got a really grumpy face.
Yeah.
This is the longest cut, because it's literally between episodes.
Yeah. It's like the refusal of the call, and then it's just like, wait, no, there's no, like, inciting incident.
Yeah, there's no...
It's like they fucked the hero's journey up.
It's just like he goes, alright, fine, and he just goes along with it.
It's like Ozpin is just like always bothering him. Like he's like eating dinner and Ozpin's like, "Come on, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Come on, Morty,
Fate of the world.
Oscar, we gotta do this.
Come on, Oscar. There's some really hot babes in Mistral." Oh yeah, I can imagine Ozpin going to him. Make sure to take the train because walking there would be stupid.
There would be. You gotta get a train ticket. You gotta.
Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway, in the world of Remnant, that was last week. They definitely all but confirmed that Ozpin's cane is actually the relic.
What did Crow do with it? Like we saw it at the end of the last season.
He stuffed it right up his arse.
Yes, he did. That's exactly what he did.
I just think he sold it for booze. And like he's
like, "Hey guys, this is a relic that brings you infinite power. Can I get some whiskey?"
You know what I would do with it? I would throw it in the fucking ocean.
Yeah, I would bury it if like.
No, burying it is too easy to find. Throw it in the fucking ocean. Like... You never know where it's gonna wind up.
Probably inside a grim or something like that. The fish.
And then it becomes all powerful.
Oh dear.
No, just winds up inside a shark. Shark becomes a god.
It was probably the like destruction relic because Ozpin or like the guy Ozpin was before he jumped into the Ozpin from the show used that cane to end the fucking Great War.
Wait, what's this?
Actually, I have to cut out. I'm.
Oh, all right.
Alright, fair enough. I might as well take this time to load up that World of Remnant.
Let's watch it together.
I'm seeing some comments here. How much do you want to bet that Jean is the descendant of the King of Vale?
He's not. Jean is the descendant of the King of... No, it's Ozpin. It's... never mind. You'll see. You'll see when...
Rooster Teeth commenters aren't exactly intelligent. Hi, Rooster Teeth commenters. 3, 2, 1, play. RWBY, World of Remnant, made in PowerPoint. The Great War. This sounds like a fan fiction.
It sort of does. So here's the tie-in to, you know, self-expression from Volume 2.
The abolishment of the arts and repression of self-expression. If you haven't caught on yet, Mistral's full of jerks.
How old are you, Crow? Mistral's full of jerks.
Full of jerks.
Their constant insistence that their way of life was what was best for everyone.
Now there's a thing. Their way of life, even though they're the ones who are living under bullshit rules that they don't even agree with.
Vacu had done its best to stay out of the fight. Mantle and Mistral
It's America.
already established a small presence. They drove Mantle and Mistral out of Vacuo and told Vale they had their backs.
Vacuo seems like the only cool thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love their style. Armed only with a sword and his scepter, he laid waste.
Fucked up the entire army.
The entire army?
Yeah, well, I mean, he ended the war single-handedly.
Well, King, why didn't you do it sooner?
Yeah, I know. At any point, he could have stopped the war, and yet, people all looked to him.
Everyone bowed to the King of Vale by the time it was over. The world was ready to live under the rule of Vale.
So is Vale the capital of the world?
The king refused.
The king refused.
Oh, right.
Leaders of the four kingdoms met on the island of Vital.
That's when they decided about the tournaments, and built the schools, and decided that the maidens wouldn't be good enough for people to know about.
Okay.
And
so the maidens didn't get involved in this war. Why wasn't this told back in season 3, when we had the tournament arc?
Because they hadn't figured it out themselves yet.
Also, why does no one inherit that dragon island? Is that just where that's just like where the Grimm live, I suppose?
I mean, I'd be willing to bet that's where Salem is, because back in the world of Remnant about kingdoms, they're like, and then there's the place where Salem is, wherever that might be.
Somewhere out there is where she is.
Kind of ignoring the fact that there's a whole nother continent that nobody ever seems to reference.
There's a whole 2 of continents. Like, there's the one that looks like Charizard, and then there's one in the bottom right.
Well, that's
Mistral.
Menagerie.
Oh, yeah, that's Menagerie. My bad. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of like, oh, gee, I wonder where the bad guy is. It's like this really obvious evil layer island that is literally covered in shadow.
It's just always where Ozpin put his mug when he was looking at the map.
It's like, oh, there it is.
And it has all the coffee stain rings around it. So it looks like it's just being circled over and over again.
He was training someone who was using a bow, and like one of his arrows landed directly on the track.
Where could Salem be?
I can imagine Crow like having the proper investigative board, and it has like the string, the red string that ties all the things together, and all of it points to the dragon. Is like, what does this mean? Oh well, time goes to tournament.
Yeah, and they never mention like Salem in this, even though like we don't know like when she came to power, but it must have been some time in between the end of the war and current time in the show, because she's looking for the maidens and the relics, and they only hid the maidens and the relics after the Great War. So it's like, what was she doing before then?
Maybe she just wasn't born. Like, I don't think that Salem is as old as we think she is. She's probably older than Ozpin, but probably not as old as the war.
Older than...
How about? She was like a...
Older than Glasses Ozpin? From the show? Like, born before the King of Vale died and moved his consciousness into Ozpin.
Is that your theory that happened?
I think that's canon, because Crow says Ozpin's predecessor set up the battle schools.
When Ozpin's predecessor founded the schools, the last King Vale would ever have, founded the Huntsman Academies.
Huh.
And we see now that Ozpin moves his consciousness from host to host after he dies.
Maybe he was the King of Vale. Maybe, like, I have a feeling that Salem was a little girl during the war, and like her home got destroyed by the Four, and that's why she despises humanity, because they destroyed themselves, essentially.
Yeah.
If I was a stereotypical Rooster Teeth writer, that's what I'd go with.
Interesting.
So
yeah, I don't know. That would make sense that she got her home destroyed, and now she wants everybody else's home to be destroyed.
Or perhaps that like all of these people who were refugees, kind of, because there was nowhere safe. Or this was a war across the world, apparently. So they all went to that dragon island and set up a colony there. The one place where no one went.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they mention that, though?
I don't know. Perhaps they didn't
Yeah.
want to keep it mysterious. We could be just completely bullshitting. Maybe she's just evil for evil's sake. We don't know.
Evil.
Evil.
There's got to be some explanation to, like, what exactly she is.
I swear to God, if Farm Boy does end up taking the train directly to Mistral, I'm going to be so mad at how stupid that is.
I think they could get around that by referencing it.
Perhaps.
I mean, I think they could, like, if they did that, if Farm Boy took the train, if, like, Ruby and company come to Mistral, and they're all, like, beaten and exhausted and bruised and battered.
You could have taken the train.
And Crow's dead, and then the train pulls up right next to them.
I would
it's
be
like,
furious. I mean, I'd laugh my ass off. But I'd still be furious.
And he gets
Jesus
off the
Christ.
train. He's got like those little like bottles of booze that they serve on airplanes, and like just got a massage in the first class cabin.
Like the train runs right past the village where they're fighting right now, and like as he puts down his newspaper and he sees Ruby fighting all these monsters, and he's just commoners. He flips it back up.
Commoners.
Okay.
And then like the Ozpin voice in his head is like, wait a second, is that Ruby? Why didn't Crow
I
tell her
know
to take
those
the
two.
train? Oh well.
It would have brought bad luck to the train.
Even if Crow didn't actually join them on the train?
I would assume Crow, because Crow's following them, right? So I would assume that he would have chirped. Oh yeah, that's why he couldn't. Okay, the reason why they didn't take the train, or Crow tell them to take the train, is because he couldn't keep up with the train in bird form. He'd just be flapping behind. Ruby, wait up.
Oh god, if that is the reason, that would be funny.
That would be funny. That's his dying breath.
I would forgive them for all of everything if that was their excuse.
Okay, so another thing. Okay, so we've got Bear Man, who is now interesting. He's going to talk to Adam, I think.
They said the guy's name, Shao Kahn, I think.
I'm just gonna call him Bear Man because he has really like hairy.
No, I
arms.
mean they said the name of the guy he was going to.
Oh, insert clip here.
And Hazel, I'm sending you to the leader of the White Fang. Adam Torres has arranged the meeting. The boy continues to prove loyal. Ensure that Sienna Khan feels the same.
He's going down to Menagerie. Like, I'm just looking at the map right now because I still have the World of Remnant up. How we don't understand how close Ruby is to Mistral. Like, okay, now I'm gonna ask a question. Is the ring in the middle of the island for Mistral? Is that a mountain or is that a lake?
I think it's a lake.
Okay, so let's assume that's a lake, and that the middle part is the mountains that they are now crossing, right?
Yeah.
I would think so. Like, brown normally symbolizes dirty
It's
terrain
high-
and mountains, going
how
out of the
high
forest.
it is. Like a topographical map.
Yeah.
Like they were in the grass and now they're going up the mountain, which means that they have more than twice as long to go.
Okay.
If they just got to the mountains right now.
Yeah. See, now I'm wondering how Farm Boy can take the train. It's like, where would it go?
Through the snowy part?
Through the snowy part? That's I suppose.
Or maybe he's down here.
No, but here's why you're wrong. In the first episode of season 4, when Ruby and that are fighting the rock monster, that's when it pans away to the farmhouse where Farm Boy is. No, okay, I think I was just wrong on that. Forget that then.
Well, it's something.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he is in this sort of down area a bit.
Because the guy, what's his name, Burly Bearman, is going to Menagerie.
Menagerie, yeah.
And that would be the closest route. Like, if he just got off a train that went down to that location, and then is continuing south to catch a boat to Menagerie.
Yeah, that would make sense. So, and this is just a general thing with the season overall. I know it's set up a lot of stuff, and it's answered very little, but as far as the main quest of Ruby heading to Mistral, like, we've only made it halfway. Like, I wanted by the end of the season to at least have Ruby and Blake together in one spot, because they're the closest, I think.
But Yang. Weiss has access to, like, airships.
True.
And if she can make it from, or if her dad can make it from Atlas to Beacon in, like, an overnight flight, and then she can probably make it to Mistral, on an airship in day and a half.
True. Okay, so that will be next season because we've only got 2 episodes left. So we're gonna have one fight episode with the skeleton horse, and then a.
Or it'll be a huge bait and switch, and we won't get anything.
You know what? I can guarantee you, it'll leave us on a cliffhanger. Then it'll cut to Yang, and she's doing something.
and she's doing nothing. She's just sitting there like
she's playing chess with her new arm.
Yeah, against herself.
I know that the Lord of the Rings is a great thing, but it does go into way too much detail, and I feel like we're going into that here. We've spent so long focusing on Ruby's team doing very much of the same thing over and over again. Like, it was walk in the forest, find destroyed village, walk in the forest, find destroyed village with Tyrion in it, walk in the forest, find Crow gets stabbed, walk in the forest, find a destroyed village, now boss fight. That's Ruby's journey this arc. That was her grand adventure.
Which is like the opposite of what I wanted to have. Or not the opposite, but it's like the wrong way that I wanted to have the season go.
Yeah.
Which was to have them seeing not destroyed villages, to see what it was actually like outside of the kingdoms, and apparently everything is just in ruin, and it's like, yeah, okay, great. I mean, I guess that'll be fine.
I guess we'll talk more about the season as a whole when we do the season episode 12.
How many we've had more World of Remnants this season than we have.
Yeah. It's because this time they're actually going out into the world. Although, I'm going to be honest, I really care about, is it Vacuol, the desert place?
Yeah.
That seems like such an interesting place. Yeah. No one is there right now.
I know.
Why does Menagerie have to exist? Why can't they just be pushed into Vacuol? Because, I don't know. Vacuol seems like the coolest place with the cool people, and we're stuck going to Mistral, which we know is full of cunts, and the other set of characters are at home, or in Atlas, which is full of cunts, except Ironwood, because Ironwood is bro tier.
Yes. he is epic bro.
Like, I can only imagine we finally get to Mistral, they warn about all the things, and then they mock Vale for having improper kingdom defense.
Yeah, we know exactly what happened in Vale, and we're defending ourselves properly, and then the exact same thing happens with, fucking Cinder shows up and knocks a toaster off of a fucking ledge, and then everybody freaks out and dies.
Or, even a cuntier move, is that they find out that Vale is really defenseless right now, and they restart the war.
I would appreciate that.
That would be the most That's what's Weiss's brother's name? Whitley. That's a Whitley move right there. That's Whitley levels of diabolical cuntiness.
I'm waiting for Whitley to kill his father and take over. Yeah. No, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think that everybody is gonna sort of converge in Weiss's. Oh God, we're probably gonna cut back to Weiss's and. We're gonna cut back to Blake's story.
Yeah, with
and she's gonna be like, son's dying, and her dad's like, good. And then it's just gonna cut to Yang.
Son's dying, good. Crow's dying, better. It just cuts to all Oh God.
Now I need to figure out how to abridge this episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking out of it. It's kind of weird. I have the illness I have has nothing to do with my head, yet my head is groggy.
Oh,
it's like one of those illnesses where it's just your body's sick and your brain is like, well, you shouldn't be doing any work today.
Yeah. Oh God, it's raining. It's raining so powerfully over here in California. There's like flash flood warnings and all sorts of stuff like that. The houses being washed off into the ocean and.
So are you telling us that in the middle of this, you're just gonna get washed into the ocean?
Yes, yeah. If I go, oh fuck, and then all of my audio abruptly cuts, that's because I have been swept away into the sea.
Hey, look on the bright side. If you start floating out there, you're in international water and thereby not bound by legal the the legal copyright rules of America.
Yeah, but YouTube is still based in the States, so they have to deal with it.
Maybe you can make your own hosting site.
Yes. just to upload fair use videos that don't get harassed constantly. Only 3 episodes left this volume.
Thank God.
RWBY, Volume 4.
So, while we're waiting, what did everyone think of the last episode?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I thought it was like one of the better ones.
I thought it was decent. Ren's acting was kind of terrible. They used the fucking God choir when Blake was running. I'm like, really, this isn't... This is someone taking pictures of you. Why are we throwing in the God choir here? It's not like it's not warranted.
Oh God, that didn't make any fucking sense. My stupid joke about it made so much more sense than the actual thing. Elf cat will be mine.
My question is, did she retrieve the phone?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you mean Blake retrieved the phone?
Yeah. Anyone? Did anyone retrieve the phone? Because that's never shown. I don't know.
Professionalism is as professionalism does, so.
So, my microphone is, oh dear, that wave format does not look fun. I am so sorry, Fatman.
Oh, it's okay, I've dealt with McNeil's audio.
Alright. Alright, I'm now going to sync up. Alright, so I'm looking at the thumbnail, and it already did spoil what I already knew, but oh well.
Baby Ren.
Baby Ren.
Tiny Ren!
Aw, it's a Babu Ren, and they'll have a different voice actor, so it won't sound like, just a dodgy monster.
No, it'll be the same voice.
It'll be the same voice actor.
That'll be great. just Neathome in his what's the word I'm looking for? I almost said uncouth, but that's like totally the wrong word.
Unedited. Raw.
Yes, raw. That's much closer to what I was thinking of. All right, you wanna do 3, 2, 1, click, or
yeah, I'll do it.
Editing these things are difficult, people, especially when you're fatmanfalling.
yes, especially when I'm me and I have to edit our fucking video
collab, which will come out in like 2018, hopefully.
Yes, it'll be out in 20. Actually, I'm hoping to have it out by the end of this month.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Nice.